Okay, assalamu alaikum everyone. So today I'm going to do with you a quick revision on each one of our midterm lessons, starting with the first lesson, which is fluently add, subtract, and multiply decimals. So we'll be sharing with you a couple of examples to help you recall the steps and apply them correctly. But that doesn't mean that you should only follow these questions. No, try to practice as much as you can. You have more questions in your book, and you have also the extra practice worksheet to help you practice. So as a start, let's start with the keywords. We have the word sum. The word sum, we all know it's the answer to addition. Any addition problem, the answer to it, we call it a sum. Then the answer to a subtraction problem is called a difference. Okay, guys? And the answer to a multiplication problem, it's called a product. Okay, so please pay attention, close attention to each one of the vocab words as you may have them coming in the test. So let's start with first topic, how to add and subtract decimals. So I picked here two questions to help you understand the idea. As you can see, I circled for you the steps. Step 1, you should line up the decimal points. Step 2, align the digits and put zeros in the empty places. Step 3, just add and subtract. So I'm going to start with question number 9. So guys, before you start, the first thing I always tell you to do is to line up the decimal points. Because if you do line them up properly, they will tell you where to align the digits. Okay? Let's make sure to put the ones under ones, the tenth under each other, and the hundredth, and the thousands, and so on. Okay? So let's start with the first one. I have 2.57 plus the other number is 7. As you can see here, I have in the ones place 7. So I'm going to place it under the 2, which is also a ones place. Then I have the other digits, the tenth, the hundredth, and the thousands. I place them in their correct positions. So now, as you all can see, I have an empty place here. I'm going to fill it with a 0. I'm going to put a placeholder, which is our 0. So now I'm going to start adding from right side to the left side and so on. So, and regroup when needed. So as you can see, guys, 0 plus 6, that's a 6. 7 plus 0, that's a 7. 5 plus 7, 12. So here, I have to place the ones down and carry the 1, 12. Regroup it, give it to your neighbor, carry it, regroup, call it whatever you want. But you cannot place two digits down. You always have to carry the tens place into the next digit, okay? And I reached a decimal point. Guys, just in case you don't forget the decimal point, please make sure to place it down in the sum, okay? Just place it down. There is nothing required from you but to place it down. It's coming right after the 2, so you place it down just to bring it down, and that's it. And then let's continue adding. 1 plus 2, that's 3. 3 plus 7, and that is a 10. As you can see, I kept the 1 down, as here I have no more digits left to give the 1 to regroup. So I'm done. So my final answer will be 10.276. Okay? I hope it's clear regarding addition. We're going now to apply the same steps regarding subtraction. So let's do number 8. So we are going to place the decimal points like that under each other. Then I'm going to start with the, always remember, always keep it in your head. In subtraction, especially big number, make sure to place it up. Okay, so I'm going to place 9.62 up. And under it, I have 0 in the ones. I'm going to place it under 9. And then I have 3 in the 10th place. Now I have one more empty place. I'm going to place a placeholder in it. So I'm going to put a 0. I put zeros in the empty places. And I'm going to start subtracting. Guys, please pay attention because most of you in the quiz, what I've noticed, you guys do addition instead of subtraction, or you do the other way. So please pay close attention to the operation. So now let's start subtracting. 2 minus 0, that's a 2. 6 minus 3, 3. By subtracting, we means we're taking away. Okay, take away. And 9 minus 0, that's a 9. So our difference will be 9.32. Okay, guys, that's it for these two questions. Let's move on now to solve one word problem. So here you can use the cubes strategy. So starting with Anna's running time for a race was 23.1 seconds. Another, so start with circle. You find a number, circle it. Okay, guys? So circle the numbers that you have. Another runner's time was 5.86 seconds. Okay, and here I have a clue. I'm gonna box it, faster. The word faster. So this is what they're asking you to find. Underline what you need to find, which is find the other runner's time. So guys, here you may get confused. What do I use, addition or subtraction? But always remember the keywords that indicates addition. Addition such as plus, combined, all together. Find the total. You know, total is a very important one and it's very famous. And I guess we always bring it in exams. So find the total. That's this total word. You guys have to keep it in your head. It means addition. But what about subtraction? They could be asking you find the difference. They could be asking you how much is left over. But sometimes when you're comparing between two, for example, two runners' speed or something, who was faster between, for example, someone's who is taller, how much longer. So whenever you see these keywords, it indicates, guys, that you should be using subtraction. Okay? So I'm going to subtract. I'm going to place the big number. Like I said, place the points. Start with the points. Place them under each other. And then put the big number, which is 23, up 0.1. And the small number, 5.86, down. Okay, now we are going to place in the empty places zeros. And we will start subtracting. Let's start. Okay, as we can see here, 0 minus 6. Can you take away 6 from 0? You cannot. 0 is totally broke. So I cannot take away 6 from 0. So I'm going to have to run to my neighbor. Okay, guys, we're going to do some regrouping here. Borrow from the 1 will become 0. And the 0 will become 10. So now, there we go. We have a rich 10. So now we can take away 6 from it. So 10 minus 6, that will be equal to 4. Okay. Now moving on to the next place value, 0. I have a 0 minus 8. Can you take away 8 from 0? Again, you cannot do that. So I'm going to keep borrowing. I will go to the 3. I'm going to borrow 1. The 3 will become 2. And the 0 will become 1, 10. Okay, guys, I'm borrowing a 10th each time. So 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. And again, remember the point, we don't do anything with it. We just bring it down. You just bring the decimal point down. Okay? And now let's continue subtracting. We got 2 minus 5. 2 minus 5 cannot happen. So again, we're going to have to borrow from the 2. The 2 will become 1. And the 2 will become 12. Okay? This 2 will become 12. That 2 will become 1. So now we can subtract easily. 12 minus 5, that will be equal to 7. And 1 minus 0, that is 1. So our full answer will be 17.24. Of course, here they're asking us about time. They're using the unit seconds. So you guys need to write the word seconds. Okay, 17.24 seconds faster. Okay? So that's it for this question. Let's move on. Here we have another real life application, another word problem. But let's see what is it about this time. So here we have, they're giving us a table of the trails in Everglades National Park. We got the trail names, we got the Bayshore Loop, we got the Coastal Prayer, we got the Rowdy Bend, and we got the Snake Bite. And the length for each one of us is given in the table. Okay, so let's start with part A. What is the combined? Okay, this is a good word. Combined. Box it. Combined length in kilometers of the Bayshore. So let's underline. They want the Bayshore Loop. And, okay, that's another good word. The Rowdy Bend Trail. So as you can see here, we got two keywords. Both of them indicates that we should be adding. So we're going to plus. Okay, guys, so let's start adding. From where do I get the numbers? I go back into my table. All you need to do is just check out this table. So let's check out the Bayshore loop, that is 3.2, and the Roundy Bend Trail, that is 4.2 kilometers. So we're gonna find their total. You will line them up. If you want to put the big number up or small one, it doesn't matter, because in addition, because of commutative property, you will be getting the same sum, the same answer. So, but let's keep it a habit and put always the big one up. Place the points under each other. Here we get the same number of decimal places, so that's okay. It's very obvious. So 2 minus 2, that's a 4. Place the point. 4 plus 3, that's a 7. So, and don't forget to put the unit. So the total length will be 7.4 kilometers. Okay, yeah, and so let's move on now to part B. How many kilometers longer? Again, focus. Longer, faster, taller, further, farther. Okay, all of these keywords indicate, guys, that you should be subtracting. What am I going to subtract here? I'm going to subtract the coastal prayer. Then you're comparing, see the word then. How much longer this one than the other one? How much taller this one than the other one? So here, keep it in your head, we always should subtract. These keywords are related to subtraction. Then the snake, bright trail. So let's circle the numbers. Coastal, I want coastal, circle it. And I want the snake, we're going to circle it. Line them up. Okay, points under each other. The big number up, that will be 12.1, and the small number, that will be 2.6. Then I'm going to start subtracting. 1 minus 6 cannot happen, so we will go to our next door, borrow 1. The 1 will become 11. 11 minus 6, that will be 5. Place the point down. 1 minus 2, again, it cannot happen. Go next door and borrow. This will become 0, and this will become 11. 11 minus 2, that will be 9. So, how many kilometers the coastal is longer than the snake? That will be, it is 9.5 kilometers longer. Okay, guys? Okay, let's check out the answer key here. Here, I think this answer is incorrect, guys. Okay, as you can see, sometimes we do make mistakes in the answer key. So, yeah, we put here subtraction, but the answer is totally different. So please ignore this answer. Okay, follow what I just did with you guys. Okay, follow this one. Yeah, and that's it for addition and subtraction. Now, let's move on to multiplying decimals. Okay, multiplying decimals are part of finding the product. In this lesson, we include for you area. We all know what's the area of the rectangle. Area is equal to length times width. Okay, guys? So if you see a question that's coming to you, find the area, all you have to do is multiply the length and the width. So as you can see here, what's the length? That will be 3.25 times 2.5. Now, through this question, I'm going to show you how to multiply a 3-digit number by 2-digit number. We're going to apply these steps. So multiplication is a whole another story. It's not like addition and subtraction. We have different steps we should follow. So step number 1, we should remove the point. Imagine the point is not there. Step number 2, we will multiply like we used to do with whole numbers. And step 3, we will count the decimal places and then place the decimal point in the product. Okay, so let's start. Step number 1, I will ignore the point. I'm going to do it on the side. So it's the same as I'm multiplying 325 times 25. So I'm going to start multiplying the ones. 5 times 5, that's 25. Always, always, always the second place value, the tens, you always carry it. Okay? If you have a neighbor to give it to, if you have a digit next door, if you have a place value next door, you always have to carry the tens place up. So let's move on. Then I'm going to multiply 5 times 2. That will be 10. 10 plus 2, that will be 12. Again, I got a 2 digits, so 2 stays down and 1 goes up. Now, let's keep on moving. So what I'm doing here, I'm multiplying the 5 with each one of the place values on top. And then 5 by 3, that's 15, plus 1, that will be 16. And now I'm done. So I'm going to show you these 3 steps that we follow, just in case we don't multiply again or add again with the same number. So we call them check, color, the egg. This is like the turtle head strategy, but if you guys want to do check, check, color, 0, as you like. Okay, now I'm done with the 5. Just in case I don't multiply it again, I cross it. Now I'm going to go to the 2, to the tens place. Do the same as I did with 5. 2 times 5, that will be equal to, okay, 2 times 5, that will be equal to 10, 0 down. 1, I will carry up. 2 times 2, that's a 4, plus 1, that's a 5. 2 times 3, that it will be a 6. Guys, please make sure you place the digits in the right position, because if you put the 0 under the 6, your product will be totally different. Okay, so now let's add. That will be 5, 2, 11, 1 up. 1 plus 1, that's a 2, plus 6, that's a 8. So I'm done. Now, most of you will forget the last step, which is counting and placing the decimal point. So please don't do it. I'm going to go back to my original question and count how many decimal places I have. By decimal places, I mean the digits after the decimal point. How many digits I have after the decimal point? So here I have 1, 2, and here I have 1. So in total, I have how many places? 3. So how am I going to place my point? I'm going to count from right, start counting from right side and go backward. 1, 2, 3. Here is my point. And let's not forget the unit. It's going to be squared feet. Okay, guys, because, it's area. Area is the amount of squares you need to fill a 2D shape. Okay, so we measure it using square feet. It's okay if you forget the unit, but try to write it. So that's it. So this is how we multiply any 2 decimals. Okay, guys. Sometimes the question can be easy as 31. Here you need to multiply 17 times 4. Okay, then count the decimal places. You got 3 decimal places and place the point. Here you need to multiply 19 times 46. Then count the decimal places. You got 3 and place the point. Okay. Yeah, let's see what's left. Okay, word problems about multiplication. So how fast would 1.5 times? Okay, guys, focus. Okay, here you need to focus. Always in multiplication questions, it was always mentioned, most of the time, we mention for you guys the word times. So you should know this keyword times indicates you should multiply. Okay, 1.5 times the fastest rowing speed be. Before you solve, tell the number of the decimal places in your answer. Yeah, you can easily tell. So here we're looking for how fast would 1.5 times the fastest rowing. So let's check out the bar graph here and find the fastest rowing speed. Okay, the fastest rowing. Be careful. We got a fastest running. We got a fastest rowing. So we want the rowing one. So let's delete this one. Okay. We want this one. Okay. So that will be what? 13.99. The fastest the fastest rowing. So we're going to multiply 13.99 times 1.5. So they're telling you tell the number of the decimal places before you multiply. So obviously in the answer, after we multiply, we will have 3 decimal places. Okay, again, guys, you're multiplying. You will be multiplying 1,000, 399 times 15. Ignore the point. You place the point in the quotient in the product, at the end. Okay? So, where the problems are not difficult, it's just one step. Focus on the ones with one step, but make sure you choose the right operation. Because sometimes if you choose the wrong operation, you will end up solving it incorrectly and losing marks because you picked the wrong operation. So please pay attention to this little detail. Okay, guys, here is, as you can see, the full answer with the steps. The answer key is already inside. You can find it in the PowerPoint. Here, question 41, we have explain why it has only one decimal place. Why? Because, guys, after we multiply it, okay, after you multiply it, this will be your answer. It's going to be like 0.100. And we all know that the zeros after, they don't have a value. They don't count. So at the end, we're going to be ending up writing it as 0.1. Okay? We never write 0.100. We just write 0.1. It's a 1/10. At the end of the day, it's just a 1/10. Okay? So that's it for adding, subtracting, and multiplying decimals. Please solve as much as you can. Direct questions. Practice as much as you can. And best of luck. Moving on to the next topic.